Well, we're joined now by Yunus Lunat, a lawyer in Leeds who specialises in employment issues. How big an issue is this?
It's a huge problem. A recent report before this one from the Women Equalities Committee described the problem as being on an industrial scale. It is a huge problem.
And you mentioned it's a bigger problem than race discrimination.
Well, I say that in the sense of, if you look at the demographics of where I practice, where I live, I've campaigned in race equality. Having said that, more of my inquiries for discrimination, I would say pregnancy ones outweigh other forms of discrimination.
So what do you think about Maria Miller's idea then?
It's good, but whether it will really have an impact is debatable, because discrimination laws have been in place since the 70s on statute, and it's still all forms of discrimination, which got huge problems. It's about changing attitudes.
And that's the whole point. We're not talking about something that's new. We're about something that's been established here for 50 years or so. What could new legislation do, in your opinion, your expert opinion, do to help the situation?
Well, one of the things I think government, and it was on the Conservative Party's manifesto, is to extend the time limit for women in this situation to bring a tribunal claim, because you have simply 3 months from the date of the dismissal or the incident to bring a claim in a tribunal. It's a very short period, and what you've got to understand is women are vulnerable at this time. They may have medical issues, pregnancy complications. So 3 months is not a long time as it is.
They almost need somewhere to go, don't they, to get some advice?
Do you really... Does she really want to be running after solicitors seeking advice at this time, challenging times? There's a proposal to extend that period to 6 months, and there doesn't seem to be the will to see that through.
But isn't this isn't the legislation pushing it back onto the employers? Isn't this just going to lead to more discrimination in recruitment? We already know that a third of employers avoid hiring women of childbearing age.
Well, that's not an excuse not to do anything for inaction. You know, I think the big thing here is about changing attitudes. I mean, what sort of society do we want to live in? Do we value women in the workplace? These are the things that we've got to be discussing and debating.
Yunus, thank you very much.
Thank you.